Have you ever been ghosted? Well, have you? You know the word. We all know the word. Ghosted. Abandoned. Ghosted's such an easier word, isn't it, than abandoned. Oh, my hair, geez, oh, God. Okay, so have you ever been ghosted? Someone you love just goes disappears from your life. You're not really sure why. Or maybe you are sure why, but they're just gone and they're not going to talk to you about it. They've blocked you, they've disconnected, they've pushed you out, put every wall possible in front of you. So you're left there going, what happened? So we're going to talk about abandonment. That's what we're going to talk about. Because that's what ghosted means. So in the world out there, the therapeutic thing, right, there's a thing called swirl. Swirly swirl, swirl, which stands for shattering, withdrawal, internalizing, rage, and lifting. So what does this mean? What are all these things? So shattering. What shattering is that initial shock and confusion when someone you care about disapproves, abandoned you. And you're like, what's happening? I don't understand. Are they leaving? Are they gone? Are they feeling really gone? Are they, I don't know what's happening. What do I do? Ah! Yeah, so that's shattering. Pretty appropriate. Confusion, you know. Second stage, withdrawal. Pretty self-explanatory, but hey. That's the stage where you feel very sad. And sometimes it's really hard, man, when you really care about the person very much and everything. And the sadness goes really deep in here. And it's like getting really depressed and everything. And that depression can get like really bad. And then maybe you're starting to isolate a little bit. Just like, I can't be around anybody right now because I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I can't do it. You know, you're starting to process it a little bit, but definitely not in a state of acceptance. Third stage, internalizing it all. Maybe you're starting to feel some shame or some guilt. Oh, you're going through all these things in your head, you know, like, what happened? What did I do? Was it me? Is this because of my own shortcomings? Like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why won't they talk to me? I love them and they hate me, and it must have been something I did. You know? Self-esteem starts getting kind of like that. And this could also lead to some self-destructiveness, which is not good. So if you ever reach that point, it might be really good to talk to somebody or get some therapy, you know. Find somebody that you trust to open up to about that. Stage 4, rage. Yeah. So that's when you're just like, I don't know, maybe it was my fault, maybe it's their fault. Whatever, man. Whatever. I don't know what to do about the situation. I feel real frustrated. Like, why don't you talk to me, man? Like, what's the problem? Like, I don't know what the problem is. What's your deal? You know? So, yeah, we're going to go through all this stuff. And then that last stage, finally, when we can get to it, is lifting. And that is when we finally start to begin to accept what's happened. We've acknowledged our feelings about it. We're ready to start healing and letting go. Oh, it's a hard one though. When you really love someone, and or maybe you've had a friend that you've had for years, you know, and they leave. You can go through all these things and you can understand all of this logically, you know, all of the techniques to work through it and all that. But when you are in it, it's not that easy. But that's okay, because you are going to go through most, if not all, of these processes, you know. But how do we get through it? Really, legitimately? Well, you've got to recognize and accept your emotions. That's really the first part of it. And allow yourself to just go ahead and feel them. Feel it. Feel the sadness, feel the depression, feel the anger and the frustration and the confusion and the shock and all of it, the hurt, the low self-esteem, all of it. Allow yourself to feel it. And it's okay to feel it. Don't deny it. When we deny it all and suppress it and repress it inside of ourselves, this can manifest into anxiety later on. Okay, because we're not processing it and moving through it in our brains. Okay, we're holding on and we're going to hold on to this negative stuff right here. Okay, and then anytime somebody projects any kind of behavior that even looks close to any of this stuff here, we're going to put up a wall, or we're going to feel anxious, we're going to feel untrusting, you know, we're going to go, okay. So, while you are going through the experience of these emotions, be kind to yourself, compassionate with yourself. Treat yourself as you would treat the person that you loved most in the world. Treat yourself the way you would treat your best friend, you know? And that is really important, because you can ward off some of that urge to be self-destructive. And you can begin to start easing some of the depression, okay, by just holding your own hand through it. And then you've got to practice forgiveness. And that's about you. That's not about them. It's more about you. You've got to forgive yourself and stop blaming yourself for the situation. Because here's the thing. If you have a friendship or any relationship really with someone, and something happens maybe, and they just shut you down immediately, they refuse to talk to you, there's been no explanation, no attempt at communication about it. This is not your issue, okay? Them doing those things is about them and the ways they are internalizing the situation. So I really want you to look at that because this is a very true thing, you know? It's really easy to blame yourself. And it's not necessary to blame them either. You just have to kind of come to an understanding that they've abandoned you. It has happened. Maybe they're never coming back. Maybe they are never going to give you an opportunity to apologize or just have a talk or work it out, explain anything. Maybe they're just gone. And you've got to accept that that may be what's happening. It might not be. Maybe they will return at some point and decide that they are at a place inside themselves where they can handle the situation too in an open and honest way with you. And you can get through it. That could happen. So there's a little room for hope. But don't hold on to the hope, because then you're setting expectations for something that may never happen, which will just perpetuate your own hurt. So when someone does this, again, it's their issue. They are having something inside of themselves that's causing them to not feel comfortable opening up and facing whatever the situation is that triggered them to shut you down. So can you forgive them too for being in the space that they're in their own lives? Try to have some understanding there. It's really, really easy to get sucked into this thing where you start projecting all of your thoughts and feelings and you start looping and ruminating and you try to come up with every possible reason that this has happened. You think through every conversation you've ever had, every facial expression, every moment, every experience, wondering, how did it come to this? What happened? And you will overanalyze the shit out of it and get absolutely nowhere. Nowhere. That's a dangerous place to be in your mind because it keeps you in a loop. It keeps you in a space where you are continually feeding this shame or guilt or low self-esteem, you know, and you start beating yourself up with it a little bit or maybe a lot. So you got to get out of the loops. That's the reality of it. Because there's nothing you can do. You have no control. And you've got to recognize that the only thing that you do have control over is this person right here. Not me, but, you know, point at yourself like that. You are the only thing that you have any control over. But there are things that can help along the way, and it will take time, and that's a reality. If anybody tells you you just need to, like, you know, you're just like, let's focus on this right here, and you just need to do this, and everything will be okie dokie. Yeah, they're full of crap. We're humans. We have emotions. We bleed, all this kind of stuff. And feel it. Just feel it. So you can let it go when you're ready to. Some things, though, that you can do to help is to engage in some activities that you find soothing. Um, things that calm you down, things that help you relax, things, you know, self care. Self care. Self care is a good thing. Watch a good movie, take a bubble bath, go hiking, do some art, something that brings you joy and pleasure. Engage in those things. They're great distractions. And while you're doing these things, you can also remind yourself that it's okay and you're moving on with your life and you're being productive and you're having a nice time. Feed your joy. Feed your love for yourself. Another thing that is helpful is to identify the negative thought patterns, identify the thoughts, the specific thoughts, that are challenging you the most. And the patterns that are coming up that are contributing to your stress or your sadness or your anxiety or other negative feelings that you're having about the situation. Try to identify, again, any patterns with that. And when you find some of these patterns, then we can work on some cognitive restructuring where we can take this negative thought that we're having right here, and then we're going to replace it with something positive and reaffirming by saying something nice to ourselves. And we're going to do this over and 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 over. Because the best way to help yourself here is to change the negatives to positives, but be consistent. You have to be consistent. I'm going to tell you this word a million times in all kinds of videos in the future. Consistency is everything. Your mind needs to find a new pattern. Okay, so you have these neural pathways and these synapses. This is a biological, sciencey thing. Your brain accepts what you tell it. It has no judgment about what you tell it. It just accepts what you say. So it's just going to take it all in, right? It's going to feed it to your subconscious and all that. And it's going to process it and it's going to go, oh, okay, this bad thing is happening. So this is how we need to feel. She keeps crying about this thing over here. Oh, and she keeps feeling real anxious about this thing over here. So these are the things that we're supposed to feel because she keeps telling us that this is what we feel. Does that make sense? You're creating a pattern physically, right here, chemically. So in order to break those patterns, you have to reframe the thoughts behind them and the emotions too. Like I said, you have to be very, very consistent with this. Try to catch it every time you can, if possible, to reframe. And when you're reframing and you're telling yourself a positive thought, right? Don't just tell yourself the thought. Feel it too. Feel it. Bring it inside of you. Like if you're having a really bad day, okay? Like you're sad because the person left and maybe you're thinking about it a little bit, and you're just like, but then you start to say, gosh, it is a really beautiful day outside. I think I might go take a walk. I think that's going to feel really good. I'm going to do that for myself because I really love myself. I'm just a cool person. And I'm going to give that that thing to myself today. Yeah. Just be there with you. Not in your sadness and depression and anxiety with them. Be present with you. Is this all making sense? Another thing you can do too is to focus on the healthy relationships in your lives. Focus on the friendships and relationships that you have that are supporting and loving. Hang out with the people who are communicating with you and giving you some love and attention, who want to spend time with you. The people who appreciate you in your life. Do that. Distract yourself too. Look at the people too who are in your life who do care about you. And be like, you know what? This person really does love me. Wow, they're amazing. And I must be pretty amazing too for them to care about me so much. Wow, because the more you shift all of this, right, the more you're going to let go of the people in your life who have abandoned you and hurt you in that way, whether they intentionally meant to or not. That really doesn't matter. They're gone. And they may be gone forever. So you have to get on with your life, and you will heal. We all go through many broken hearts in our lives. Not just one. I've been through many broken hearts. I've survived every one of them. If I go through another one, I'll survive it too. So it doesn't have to be the end of the world. Live with yourself. Be with yourself. Move forward into your future with the people who are in your tribe, your chosen family, your chosen loved ones. And those who do not respect you enough, you gotta let them go. Let them have their space to find themselves and let go of their own walls and their own fears. Because I guarantee you that's a part of it right there. If they do not have the ability to be honest with you and communicate, and again, they've just ghosted your ass just like that, man. Bam, gone, blocked, done. It really doesn't matter what happened. If they can't communicate with you, then that is their fear. It is their fear. It is their issue. It is their wall. It is not yours. So take accountability for your responsibilities in the situation. Take accountabilities for your own behaviors and actions and your own feelings. But the rest of it, let them have it. Because those are for them to deal with or not deal with. But you get to deal with you if you choose to. So you can choose healing. Healing is a choice. We are not victims. We have power. We just need to find that within ourselves. And the way we find that through ourselves is love and acceptance of self. So start there. But anyhow, we are going to end this video now, and I hope that that was helpful. I've been ghosted. It jacked me up, man. It did. So I've had to learn all of this myself. And it was hard. It was so hard. It really was. I ain't gonna lie. And the reason I'm having the conversation with you about it is so maybe you don't have to go through the massive amount of bullshit that I myself put myself through with this kind of thing. You know, I don't want you to have to feel all of that. So that's why I'm here, to help you out. I hope. But yeah. So instead of getting sad or doing anything like that right now, we're gonna boogie. That's what we're gonna do. Just like we do all the time here. We're gonna do some boogieing. We're gonna dance it out, man. We're gonna dance it out. So, all right, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Hold on, I gotta protect myself from you. I gotta eat. So if you've ever been ghosted, you know what's up. You know how it feels. Tell us how it feels, Dave. Tell us how it feels. Dave knows. Dave feels, right, yeah, that's right. Dave feels our pain. But you know, we're gonna rock out, you know, about this, because I've got a little tune to play for y'all. I do. All right. So let's jam out to the Ghost Eyes. Yeah. I know, Dave.
It's been way over a year since I've heard your voice in my ear. Friends tell me to give you some time, but time's a wasting, keeps passing on by. Some days I dream you come, you can go over. I'll take a shower and comb my hair. I'll wash the dishes and smoke too many cigarettes and think about the things that we'll share. What if I called your number? If you answered, would I know what to say? I try to dial, but I get so nervous, and I'm too anxious to try it today.